Why are we talking about this?
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
I gotta be transparent, man. I did not want to do a video on this whatsoever. I've gotten quite a few requests to talk about this, and I just kind of don't care. I don't care, but hey, it's here nonetheless. People are scared about it, so let's talk about it. So first and foremost, so I've gotten quite a few messages regarding this, but this is from the Lemon Factor. Very cool guy. But he messaged me and he showed me that, hey, the Spurs are planning. And I already knew all this, okay? I knew that the Spurs were planning to expand just a little bit, and they've been talking about it for the past maybe year or two. So it's nothing new. But he said, Clan, I'm worried the Spurs will relocate. You should make a video addressing our fears. We are all panicking. They might want to test the waters for future to move to glamorous Austin. San Antonio's home, and I don't want them to leave. Okay, I get it. I understand. Okay, I understand. I get it. Whatever. I'm gonna be honest. Completely transparency here. I'm not from San Antonio. I would support the team no matter where they go. If they went to Hawaii, I will be a Hawaii Spurs fan. Okay, I just don't care. But hey, nonetheless, people are worried about it, so let me go ahead and try to damper those fears just a little bit. So this is what initially came out. So Spurs proposing playing some home games away from AT&T Center over the next 2 seasons. Potential sites include Austin, Mexico City, Alamo Dome, myself, and yeah, I have the latest on here. And this is actually the article right here, and this is coming directly from RC Buford, in which he said, from day one, we've received amazing support from Spurs fans in San Antonio and across South and Central Texas. We are committed to finding new, creative ways to purposefully engage and celebrate our fans from Mexico to Austin, continuing to expand our regional fan base. We believe San Antonio is uniquely positioned from a cultural, geographic, and economic standpoint to serve as the anchor for this region. First and foremost, it's just a business strategy. It makes complete sense that San Antonio Spurs expand out. I don't understand the fear here. First and foremost, let's just say hypothetically, I'm really into the Spurs staying in San Antonio. Okay, I do love San Antonio, and I've been to San Antonio several times. But let's just say, like, I'm just crazy about it. I don't want them to leave. They're not going to leave. It just makes sense for them to completely take over the market that they're already taking over. Because the fact of the matter is, anywhere San Antonio in this radius right here and south are basically Spurs fans, okay? Or Lakers fans. Funny enough. Lakers fans are everywhere. But Houston and Dallas does not take over Texas the way that San Antonio takes over Texas, especially Central and South Texas. So it makes sense for San Antonio to play some games in Austin, play some games some other places. It just makes sense because the culture is there. the history is there. And the fact of the matter is, in my opinion, from what I've seen, if you're south of this right here, this line, you're probably a Spurs fan or Lakers fan. So it makes sense. I just don't know why people are so worried about this. It just doesn't matter. When it's all said and done, it doesn't matter. And we got to keep in mind that the Spurs at this point, look, we're not getting televised games right now. Like we're nothing in the eyes of the NBA. Now, when we were winning championships, it was still hard for us to get any type of playing time on national television, but now we're getting none. No one cares about San Antonio but us. Now, I'm not from San Antonio. A lot of fans, and we have a big fan base, aren't from San Antonio. So I think for the most part, people don't really see it as that big a deal. But if you're in San Antonio, it's the heart of San Antonio. I understand it's the only major sport there. So obviously you want to keep your team in the city, and it makes sense. But I don't think you need to really worry about it because it's just a business strategy. And they're only talking about playing 4 games outside of San Antonio. And I mean, me personally, if I was living in San Antonio, I think it'd be pretty cool to take a little trip to Austin because Austin's amazing too. Take a little trip to Austin and see the Spurs play. I don't know. I just think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be cool even from a standpoint of watching it on television. All right, so moving on. Let's go ahead and see what actually came out of this. So Spurs proposal to play 4 games. Once again, 4 games away from AT&T Center passes by 3-2 votes. 1-year pilot. Year 2 will be reevaluated later. 1 game at Alamo Dome next year, 2 in Austin, 1 in Mexico City. That is going to be so cool. I'm sorry. I'm going to watch this. But yeah, so that's basically what came out of it. And here is something else that came directly from the legal counsel. So here's the key quote from Spurs legal counsel Bobby Perez today on fears that the team is looking to leave San Antonio for Austin. As the chief legal officer and general counsel of all our companies, our commitment is we're staying in San Antonio. And they've been saying this for the past like several years. And I know that there's a lot of history there, okay? I get it. I know that a lot of people wouldn't want their team to leave. Like, even me being from Memphis, it would kind of suck if the Grizzlies left, okay? It would. It would suck. It wouldn't be the same. Memphis wouldn't be the same. The city wouldn't be the same. So I get it. I understand. But at the same time, man, I'm just a fan of the team. And I mean, the organization is going to move with them, and I'll be a Spurs fan regardless of where they play. So moving on, and here's the last bit that I was going to show you. And this was kind of from some of the skeptics here, okay? Spurs will lose their soul if they move to Austin. I love Austin, Texas, but the Spurs are a part of the fabric of San Antonio in a way I've not seen with other team cities. The crowd has always been so blue collar, and I love it so much. I guess. Look, I've been to quite a few Spurs games, okay, in San Antonio, and I mean, yeah, the player or the fans, I'm sorry, are really into the team. It's a great city. I love San Antonio. I really do. I really do love San Antonio. I've visited several times. But Austin's awesome too. So I don't know. But anyways, that doesn't matter. All right, all that talk, that's just my own personal opinion. Okay, that's my bias there. But overall, look, it doesn't matter. All this fear mongering, all this worry, people not wanting the Spurs to expand. The fact of the matter is, if you want the Spurs to stay the Spurs, if you want our team to be successful and you don't want them to just dismantle and just have to completely move to a different city, then what you want is things like this. They can take over that market because they already have fans in those areas. Specifically Austin. There's so many people that live in Austin that travel to San Antonio every year to go watch the Spurs play. So you just got to keep in mind that when you have this fan base, you want to tap into that audience. You want to make new Spurs fans. You want to take over the culture. And the fact of the matter is, if you look even on the map, everywhere around San Antonio, they basically own it, okay? Everyone loves them unless they love the Lakers. But anyways, look, just chill, relax. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's fine. Spurs aren't going anywhere. We can kind of stop with all this fear mongering. But at the end of the day, you want things to progress. You want things to get better. You don't want to just stay in the exact same place. And when you have a team like San Antonio that's already a small market, okay, and they can tap into basically a fan base that other teams, except the Lakers, can tap into, then you got to just chill out, man, and let them do their thing. Because at the end of the day, you want the Spurs to remain the Spurs, and you don't want to lose your franchise. So look, I think this is a really great move. I mean, I think it's kind of nuts that it's only a 3-2 vote. I don't get the hesitancy of this. I think it's kind of ridiculous. But look, and I know that it has to do with budget and everything and money and trying to have the budget right to go to these different places. But I don't see the big deal, man. It's 4 games. It's going to be fun. Just take a little trip, man. Take a little trip to Austin, man. I think it'll be pretty cool. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm biased. But anyways, you guys, you want to support the channel, $2 a month, Patreon, YouTube members. Nothing but love. I don't mean to be mean to you guys, but I just don't. I don't care that much. I'll just be honest. I'm going to be honest no matter what. I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time. Deuces.